The beautiful earth is what we all have in common. With its most beautiful places, with its most beautiful creatures, the fact that there is no planet B other than the planet A, which is Earth.
But we, the humans, have changed everything.
The aim of executing social marketing plan in Australia and other nations is to save Earth while spreading awareness with the help of social media and social media marketing all over the world.
Climate change position in Australia and critical situations. First, carbon emission. Since 1910, Australia's climate has warmed by more than 1 degree Celsius, and according to the research done by experts, Australia is getting warmer as much as 5 degrees by 2090.
Sydney became the hottest place on Earth on January 7th, with temperatures in the western suburb in Penrith reaching 47.3 degrees Celsius.
Bushfire is one of the main reasons for the climate change. There are nearly 200 bushfires accounted in Queensland last year.
Just like mercury in a thermometer, water expands when it's heated, and Earth's ocean is taking in more than 90% of the heat from global warming. That's a lot. Water temperatures also cause a lot of the ice to melt, and it ends up in the ocean.
The last factor is the rise of the sea level. The sea level are projected to increase at a faster rate than during the last centuries.
In order to convince our audience to modify their behavior towards the climate change, we would be targeting the disengaged segment. People falling under this segment do not take climate change as a serious issue since they do not get affected personally. According to the researchers, the percentage of disengaged people in Australia has driven up to 11.1% in 2016 as compared to 8.6% in 2011. The disengaged people fall under mainly three categories, which are: point A, 70 to 77% of people think that the climate change is occurring. Point B, around 19% of people are unsure about the climate change occurrence. And point C, about 15 to 17% of people think that there is no climate change that is occurring. Following is the video that would depict the behavior of the disengaged audience.
Australia is adapting well to climate change, so it can continue to prosper and thrive. There are 5 goals. Among them, the first goal is to enhance the natural environment and green spaces of our municipality. Our goal 1 suggests that the natural environment is at risk from the impacts of climate change. Reduced rainfall, more frequent heat waves, and droughts will stress and damage the city's parks and gardens, street trees, grasses, and wetlands. Impacts of climate stress have already been observed in our city's green spaces. Our second goal is to shape our built form and urban renewal areas to withstand future climate change impacts. It explains that the climate change impacts critical infrastructure and our broader built environment. It has the potential to disrupt the services dependent on the infrastructure through damage caused by flooding, heat waves, and other types of extreme weather. Our third goal is to strengthen the resilience of our inclusive, family friendly, and culturally diverse community. It explains our community will experience a range of shocks and stresses as a result of climate change. Extreme weather and prolonged droughts will have health and well being implications for residents and visitors and present a range of challenges to businesses and groups. Our fourth goal is to protect and enhance our diverse economy. We want to create a diverse economy which supports not only the wealthy but also the most vulnerable members of the community and enables resilience to climate change impacts. Our final goal is to continue to build Australia's climate change adaptation capabilities and expertise them. The City of Sydney is leading on climate change action in Australia and globally. We are working to continually improve the municipality's capabilities and expertise, drive innovation, and engage the community in a collective response to climate change. The strategy of the social media marketing are as follows. The first one is to develop environmental and climatic result, which states that improve atmosphere and ecological results by diminishing our carbon discharges, securing and rationing nature, and lessening our use of energy, reuse rate, utilization of water, and business travel. Our second strategy is to connect with our individual and customers. It tells us drawing in our public by improving their insight on environmental changes and afterward enabling them to directly connect with customers, illuminating them regarding KPMG's environmental change effects and activities. The third one is to drive the change in culture. It states that driving cultural change inside KPMG by urging our public to increase ecologically maintainable low carbon choices at work and at last at house. The last one is to record and report our environmental change execution. It tells that reporting our environmental change execution by meeting our global climate response, that is GCR necessities, improving internal reporting and extending and our voluntary disclosure program. Our next topic is the importance of social media. To target the disengaged segment of the Australian population with an average age of 55, a video ad on Facebook and Twitter is recommended. This is because 60% of the country's population are using the social media and they belongs to the age of 25 to 50 age group.
There is a research indicate that there are 2 billion Twitter impressions and nearly 8 million digital interactions were reported for Earth Hour 2018 campaign. These social media ads are highly considered in terms of like, share, comment, etc.
If the mine proceeded as the Carmichael mine, it would not increase the amount of global greenhouse gases.
This is coal. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared.
All of Australia could be converted to a renewable energy for 7.7% of the money in the super funds in this country. That's what it would take to fund the transition to a new world.
The social media marketing strategy seeks to inspire those in the disengaged group to take care and campaign finance reform. The campaign was intended to benefit out to those who were disengaged. The very same measure from sustainable development activities by referring to the moral duty to wake up and take action, to recognize that change needs to occur and to show them how readily they can take measure to endorse the transition.
The trans-theoretical model is a theory which is used to describe the process of change from one behavior to a more beneficial one. A person goes through 5 different stages when addressing a behavioral issue. The first stage is pre-contemplation. Here people care less about changing a behavior. The second stage is contemplation, where individuals are well aware that it is time to make a change. People notice about the problem of climate change.
People fall in under disengaged segment belong to either pre-contemplation stage where they do not take up responsibilities and may not take necessary step in the next couple of months. According to the general experiment and research, it is seen that when using negative emotion, any content which is too intense should be neglected, as the audience may assume that there is no way they can contribute or help and start neglecting the problem.
Sometimes they fall in contemplation stage where they may show some positive intention to change their behavior and thoughts. The social morality intervention aims to guide the people as to why it is important to be climate active. The most vital shift factor is feeling and cognition.